going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Stocks back with another video today, taking a look at Tesla and NIO. They're stocks that I've covered for a little bit now, but we'll take a look at them in the same video today. I'll cover Tesla first and NIO second. So if you're here for either one of those, feel free to go to the first half of the video or the second half of the video, or if you want to stick around for the whole thing because you care about both stocks, great as well. So we'll take a look at kind of how those stocks traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking out for, and based on that, what they could do moving into the future. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, and comment down below if you are in either of these stocks or what your thoughts on these stocks are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me pull up on my computer and hit record. So let's take a look at Tesla first. Like I said, we were down about $9 for the day, which is about 1.5%, another $3 down after hours. Not too bad considering that, at one point we were at 614. So Tesla rallied like a $26 since the low of the day. So that's definitely good news. It looked like a really nasty day for the first half of the day for Tesla. So I was really able to turn that around. So if we take a look here, right, we were taking a look at yesterday, kind of this level that it broke under, and so we were taking a look at on the upside what it has to push at, and what on the downside what could be a good support level. So as we see, pre-market it seemed to start to go down right out of the gate. We fell and we broke below the 641 level of support that we were looking at, and so if we zoom in, right, we see it trying to hit back against that level, couldn't quite make it, and then when it went up again, it was making lower highs, and then it was getting rejected by the VWAP, right? So then our next level of focus becomes this 626 level of support. As we could see, also doesn't even hesitate to really break through it. Tried to turn around here, went sideways for a little bit, but then went down. And when it went down, exactly what we were looking at. We were looking at this 614. I have it at 614.49. It bounced at 614.23, off by like 25 cents, right? But it's a $600 stock, so not too bad there. I've had these lines for a while. Feel free to go to my previous videos and see, but I'm really glad to see them hold up as good levels of support, because it really validates what we have as levels of support and resistance. So when we bounced off of the 614 level, right, what do we push at? We push right at that 626 level that we have drawn. As you can see, the first time we hit up against it, we get rejected. We take a little breather, and then we go right back up, make a high of 629, and then we see it finding its support for a little bit there, but quickly broke below it and then was going sideways, gathered a little bit of energy right here, and then went up, broken, came right back down, and then the third time, right, first, second, third, it broke through. It actually was able to make it up. Then it found support at VWAP on the bounces and pushed up. Then we were pushing up against this level of resistance down a little after hours. So that was a lot of information, but I really wanted to kind of hone in on the levels of support and resistance that we have, because today's a perfect day to kind of show you guys the value that these levels bring, right? If Tesla were to fall and break that 641, I'm looking at that 626 next, right? And then I'm looking at 614, which today worked out perfectly. Some days it doesn't work out as nicely, but today, look, we got the bounce there, we got the rejection here a couple of times, right? VWAP acted really nicely, this rejection at the end, right? Everything was sort of kind of perfect based on the levels that we have drawn. Now, we stand at a point where we just got rejected by the 641 level. So on the upside, that's the first level that Tesla has to beat. And then if it can beat that, I would want it to push at that 658 again, and then go into kind of the higher numbers that we had going back to yesterday. On the downside, if we see a down day, I see it going to 626 and then 614 as levels of support, as we sort of validated today, right? So those are the levels I'm looking at on the downside. Now, one of the reasons Tesla is down today, as this article sort of suggests, is Apple came out with the potential to create their own car that's supposed to come out in 2024, a fully autonomous car. Don't know if they're going to sell the car, make the car, what the whole situation with that is, but it could have a really nice battery that could both charge really fast and have really great range, which poses a threat to Tesla. Now, not saying that they can produce a car that's going to be Tesla quality or Tesla level, right? Because it takes a while and it takes a lot of money and research and development to really get to that level. but you know, it is something that a lot of analysts might see as a competitor to Tesla. So that could be the reason why they're trading down. Another reason could be that they're just you know, taking a look at kind of a lot of people cashing in on how up they are because of this great S&P run that we've had. As you guys know, right, we were taking a look at this 400s level that it was at, and then pushed up nicely, and now we are trading up. We've made you know, we're made lower highs for the past 3 days, kind of expected, right? So it could take a little bit to just consolidate before it starts to move sideways and then hopefully push back up. Good news is, you know, today we didn't see that crazy of a red day. It's only down about 1.5%, which isn't too bad considering the Nasdaq's down 0.5 and the S&P overall was also red. Now it's only down 0.17%. So Tesla was down decently, but you know, we'll see how it goes. And then let's take a look at some of our key indicators. So I guess the one thing that I didn't like about today is the fact that we closed below the AEMA. So we closed at 640. The AEMA is at 643. If we take a look at all of these days, right, going back to before the run started, we always closed above the AEMA, even in the days where we were way below it, or even in cases like this and this where we had red days, we would close above the AEMA. I would like to see the stock doing that tomorrow, because to me that's a sign of weakness that it wasn't able to hold that, but we'll kind of see how that goes. And then the 21 EMA I think is also good support, but it's after all these levels of support, and that comes in at 602. So if none of these levels hold, look for that 602. On the upside, we've got the high of the previous days, right? So the 658 resistance as well, but that comes after the current point that we're at. And then we've got the high of yesterday, which is 668, and then that 678 level, and then 695. So I've got a lot of levels drawn on this chart because I'm looking at it level by level, but hopefully that's helpful to you guys as well. Let's take a look at NIO now, and we'll kind of cover that for a second. So as we could see, NIO is still chugging upward. It is a red candle. I'm gonna just extend this line just a little bit. Let's keep it there. We still made a higher high than yesterday. Now barely, right? We couldn't crack 50s, but it is something to kind of just look at. Now we've gone up a decent amount. I was talking to one of you guys yesterday. A pullback was kind of necessary. It's healthy. I would like to see it establish a support level, maybe even consolidate for a little bit before pushing back up. So let's take a look at the daily chart, and we'll kind of see how it held up. So as we can see here, you know, bounced, and then went down, went up, tried to bounce. So this level that was supposed to act as support did act as support for a little bit, and then it acted as a resistance right there, and then we kind of faded similar to Tesla. As you could see, you know, it took a little bit of time to consolidate before dropping below this support level. Then it came back up, tried breaking, couldn't, tried breaking, couldn't, tried breaking, couldn't, and then again tried breaking, couldn't, and then went up. Now why did I just say the same thing 5 times, right? Because again, this is a level that we are watching. This is a level where 2 things or 3 things can happen. It can go up and break through, it can go up and consolidate like we see a couple times here, or it could go up and then get rejected. Point being, that's a level to watch because any of those things can happen at that level, and if you know exactly what level we are looking at, you're probably going to be able to catch some of these moves better, or at least have a better idea of where it could turn around if you are long on any of these stocks. Once we break through, we see a little bit of a rejection by VWAP, and then we came right back down, and the after hours we bounced right off of this 47.34 level, right? Our lowest 47.35. So again, reiterating how important some of these support levels and resistance levels are that we have drawn out. So again, on the daily chart, right, let's take a look here. The trend still looks pretty nice. I would like to see the stock keep running. We have NIO Day coming up early January that I think is a great catalyst for the company as well. If we take a look at the AEMA, as we could see, right, our low for today was 46.53. The AEMA is 46.28. So I think, you know, that low and the AEMA should also be a great level of support should we break below this level that we're currently at support as well, right? So on the downside, I'm looking at this 47.50s, 47.50s, and then the AEMA and the 21 at 45.40. On the upside, I'm looking for a break of $49.05, and then $49.84, and then $51.97 if we are able to crack the 50s. That's the upside. I am long on this stock. I do think the stock has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited to see kind of where this company goes. Another level of support, as you can see on this chart, is the 20-period moving average, which held up a couple times in pre-market and during the first 4 hours of the day yesterday, and it held up nicely today as well. So that's another level that I'm monitoring for it to hold up as a good level of support. Again, 20-period moving average, and then some of those other levels that we have pointed out. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of NIO or Tesla, if you're long on them, if you think they're going to the moon. I think NIO has a lot of potential as we see growth in China as well, in their battery as a service. I think is a great model that they could be, really profitable in the short term. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It really helps me out. Happy holidays to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.